Well, are you ready to talk some Cardinals?
Sure. It looks like we lucked out like a big dog
Yeah,
in that Murray, it looks like, is not going to be playing because he hasn't practiced all week.
I wouldn't bet on it.
Yeah. If it's an ankle injury, at least it'll slow him down
Yes.
and he won't be able to cut as much. So it may keep him in the pocket. And let's face it, he's not a pocket passer. He's not built as a pocket passer with his short stature. So this is definitely a time to pressure up the middle and keep him in the pocket and just close the pocket in on him. Because you know who their backup is.
Yeah, the Red Rifle.
Who?
No, that was Chicago. No, who's their backup?
Colt McCoy.
Oh, I remember Colt.
Yeah, that's a big drop in ability there. So, again, I think it takes away the ankle injury. Really will take away, hopefully, his strength at quarterback and his ability to scamper and get outside the pocket.
It ought to help some.
Yeah, and Law possibly not being in, that's a big hurt, because in a scrambling quarterback, that's when you need good safeties, because they're the ones who are doing more watching where he's going and looking and defending that portion of the field. So, and is Greenlaw back?
No. Another week for Dre.
Ah, geez. How about the other linebacker, Aziz Shahir or whatever?
I think Aziz is going to be back.
Okay. Because it was Warner and two other guys that you don't even know who played linebacker last week. So, and Mosley, my gosh, he's given them 6 yards of pad every play, and they're just throwing underneath on him.
He's playing Uncle Sherm.
No, Sherman would be up on the line with him, where Mosley is.
Oh, you're thinking in the past, Brees.
I think he's hugely afraid of getting beat deep. It's his problem. So, and Norman's coming around.
Yes.
But our defensive line up the middle has to improve if we want a chance. It has to improve.
We picked up we traded for a defensive lineman.
Right.
And everybody thinks he's a defensive end. Well, he can play. He's like Armstead. He can play anywhere. In college, he was an interior lineman most of the time.
I forgot about that trade. I heard about that trade. And, it's great that the 49er management and coaches have come to the level of knowledge that we have in saying they needed help with the defensive line. So they went out and got it. They gave me a call and I said, you need some help on the defensive line. And they said, okay, we're going to make a trade.
All right. You did a good job.
Yeah.
You got a direct line, huh?
Yeah. I wish. So yeah, I think it's going to be a good game. If Mitchell can stay hot with the running game, that's a key, because then that helps out Garoppolo.
Well, we're getting Wilson Jr. back.
We're getting him back, but I still think you got to stay with the hot hand in the.
Oh yeah, well, Shanahan always stays with the hot hand, but we're also getting Kittle back.
And the other, yeah, that's what I was just going to say is Kittle's blocking is going to help in the running game again too. Hopefully they're not bringing him back too soon too. You know, it scares you as to are they really 100% or not? Because Kittle will tell them one thing and know another. Because you saw when he hurt it, he played the rest of the game.
Yep.
With the injury. He's a throwback football player, a throwback, but a throwback in his grit and determination and is giving 150%. But he's not a throwback in the tight end position because he's a great route runner and has some really good speed for a tight end. So tight ends used to be, 6 yard in a cloud of dust and then just an extra tackle on the line, basically. So, but, being at home, that's a positive. And I think Mitchell feeling more comfortable back there. I think he's starting to read Juszczyk's blocks much better. And
I think the team's gelling. I mean, they're actually becoming a team.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I saw. And, we weren't that far off from Arizona the last time we played him.
Right. There was one run by Mitchell last game that I watched, and Ayuk held a block for about 15 yards to keep a defender from getting to him. And I went, that's what they've been looking for from him is the whole package, blocking and receiving. So they may be targeting him more, but getting Kittle back, that's going to open up the middle for Debo because they can use Kittle as a decoy to open up the middle because Debo has to be one of the best receivers in catching the ball over the middle. He's not afraid of anything.
Well, Ayuk last year was that way.
Yeah.
So we actually have 3 good across the middle receivers. And how many can you afford to double team?
Right, exactly.
Heck, Jimmy can run if they double team all the receivers.
And the other key is offensive line. Jimmy does need some time. He's not the best on the quick passes. He's not the best. He needs time to survey and then throw. Montana was by far the best on the quick pass. Fake a handoff, look, boom, it was gone and right in the hands.
Oh, speaking of Montana and right in the hands, what do you think of Debo breaking Rice's record?
Oh, yeah. More yards in 7 games than anybody in Niner history. That's amazing.
Something.
Well, if he can keep it up for the number of years Jerry does, then I'll put him in the same bucket. But Jerry, he did that for years and years and years and years and years. And he was a tough receiver too. People don't realize how many times he got clobbered while catching the ball and got right back up. As was in the Denver Super Bowl when he caught that pass at about the 7-yard line and Atwater came over and just crunched him and Jerry just sort of spun and went into the end zone. Atwater said, well, you were supposed to be on the ground. So, yeah, I think we have a good chance. I feel better that Murray is either not going to play or is going to be limited. Because I really don't know much about their running game, what it's like.
Well, they've got a pretty good running game if they're both healthy. Got this Edmonds kid that really good. And
Yeah,
he's number 2.
And if Murray is limited, and you can tell right off the bat, then you don't have to worry about that fake dive and then him going around end as much. So, and that's a big part of their game. So we'll see. It's going to be an interesting game.
Well, that's why I'm wearing the hard hat, because we got to be blue collar workers in this game. We got to bring our lunch pails, and we got to stay for the long run and just keep beating away.
Yeah.
And
hit them hard and often.
Okay.
Hit them hard and often.
Yes.
So.
You want to go out on a limb? Do you have any hot takes for who's going to shine for us?
Offensively, I'd say Kittle or Mitchell. Defensively, I'm going to be safe and go with Warner again. Because let's face it, other than Bosa, of the defenders, who else stands out?
Yeah, but Warner's not as good when he doesn't have his regular crew with him. He tries to do too much, tries to cover for the other guys.
Yeah, he made 2 critical plays in that last game in the 2 tips that he made over the middle.
Uh-huh.
He got up. He got up for those. So yeah, and I say us by 4.
Oh.
What do you say?
Settle for 3.
You settle for 3? Okay.
I'd settle for 3.
It depends, really, it all depends on protection for Garoppolo and Garoppolo being on.
Mm-hmm.
If Garoppolo's not on, it's going to be a long game. So, my prediction.
I think he'll carry over this second half attitude into this game, and everything will be pretty good. And I'm going to say that it's going to be Ayuk this week. It's going to have a breakout game.
That'd be nice.
And defense, I'm going to say that the middle of the defensive line is going to just blow things up.
Boy, you're going out on a limb.
You better believe it. Well, it's no fun if you're
going out on a limb.
Bosa.
And, I would love you to prove me wrong with Ayuk being the breakout guy, because that means a lot for games down the road.
Yes. Well, I think that they're going to concentrate on Kittle and Samuel, and that'll leave Ayuk open for a lot of stuff because he's running good patterns. I've seen breakdowns on his patterns as well as watched them, and he's running like he did in 2020. You can't tell what route he's running. He runs them the same now.
Okay. Well, let's hope.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. All righty. So we're going to talk next week after this game?
Oh, why not?
Okay.
And maybe we can even get Rich in on it. He's going to be here later on this one. He only has about 30 seconds he's going to talk to us about. And so you're not coming to...
I don't think I can't, because with the pain medication on, I can't drive.
Oh.
So I think this is going to be the last game that I'm going to miss. And after that, I'll be fine.
Okay, well, we'll see you next week.
You guys better bring home Yeah, you better bring home a winner.
Oh, I'll do my best.
Say hi to everybody down there for me.
I'll do that. And remember,
all right,
if you don't have a past, there never will be a future.
Next week we play the Arizona Cardinals. No Kyler Murray. That's good for us, but that defense is brutal. So we'll see what happens. That's all I got. See you guys next week. Bye.